Hey guys, I had a cool experience last night. I'll tell you about it. Okay, starts off in a dream. I'm having a dream, and all I dream about is these two guys dressed in solid colored clothes, and they had wings, angel wings, but even the wings had like color to them, and they had color hair. They're like people with wings, and they were flying around back and forth like this, and they'd stop and they'd make gestures like, and that's all they did. And they were over top of something. I didn't know what it was. I never saw it. And I'm like, I'm thinking in the dream, I'm thinking, what the hell? How come their wings ain't moving, right? I'm like a bird photographer, and if you got wings, they should move and flap and shit, right? But these two guys, their wings didn't flap or fly. They were just like spirits with wings, swinging around, making hand gestures. And they're like, a little to the left, a little to the right, up, down, sort of thing. I couldn't figure it out. I dreamt about that for I don't know how long, but a good long time. And then I woke up, and I'm laying there, and I couldn't hear no voices at all. Usually when I wake up, I hear the voices screaming and yelling and shit. Nothing. I heard nothing. And I'm laying there, and I could feel right here on my head, right here, like an energy, and like on my skin. Some kind of energy on my skin. Anyway, I'm just laying there, and all of a sudden I'm thinking about the moon. The moon's in my head, and I'm getting downloads of what's to be, what has to be done, what will be done. It's just information. I'm not going to describe it. I'm looking at the moon, and the information said the first information bomb was the two guys that were swinging back and forth were like, I don't know, fallen angels, I guess. But my first impression was Anunnaki. Okay. Fallen angels, Anunnaki. I don't know if they're interrelated or what. I keep it real simple. Zechariah Sitchin. Call them fallen angels. I don't know what. Two guys in spirit with angel wings that weren't flapping, and the dark color clothes represented physical reality, down in the physical, lower astral. I don't know, physical. I gotta be quiet because there's open windows everywhere, people running around. I don't need them staring at me. It freaks me out. I don't know, I'm just like that. Anyway, so first bomb was these two guys were positioning something, which was the moon. They were positioning the moon the way they wanted it. And with that done, the next information overload, it was just like information. And that's how the ETs talk, right? The next one was in the future, the moon will be rotating on an axis, where the moon is not rotating now, it's stationary position. These two guys made it stationary, or put the moon there artificially, and made it not rotate. Okay, that's what I got. The second one was in the future, which is going to happen, and that was the information bomb. I got it, and it said one day when the moon starts rotating again, humans are going to make the moon rotate again. Us, NASA fucking people, whatever governments, power of the earth is going to make the moon rotate again. When they do that, they'll have enough knowledge, technology, and hopefully spiritual smarts to understand what's going to come next when that happens, when they do that. And that is when the moon rotates, everything's going to be revealed. That's a part of the moon. The information bomb said also stuff that's on the dark side of the moon is specifically there on the dark side for a specific reason, because there's no light. When we rotate the moon, there will be light on the moon, the dark side of the moon again, and we're going to see shit. Shit's going to happen. Shit's going to get triggered specifically from sunlight and rotation, gravitational rotation of the moon. So when the gravitational rotation starts, that's going to affect the earth, and it's going to open up secrets here on the earth. I don't know how, never got that information, but whatever's on the dark side of the moon is going to be triggered by the sunlight, and it's going to give us the truth of our history, human history, all the way back to the guys that put the damn moon there. All this stuff's going to come out, and there's going to be no more bullshit, fucking lies and secrets about our history and who we are and what. And it was deliberately, the moon was deliberately put there for this specific reason. It's a time capsule. When we're smart and technologically smart enough, when we're technologically smart enough to rotate the moon again, it opens a time capsule, lack of a better word. Whoever put the moon there did it deliberately. So when we're smart enough to rotate the moon with our technology, look at the moon rotating, things are going to be unlocked, secrets revealed, all historical stuff of the human race is going to be revealed. So, I mean, that blew me away. And then, I'll get into some more of that in a few minutes, but right after I got that, I'm like, wow, right? And I got magnetics are going to make things happen on the earth. And the light is gonna affect things on the dark side of the moon. And I got something about there's stuff in the moon, stuff like tunnels, bases, call them bases, tunnels, stuff like that. That's gonna be triggered in the moon with the rotation of the gravity. It's gonna do all this amazing shit. Stuff that I can't even pronounce. I just saw it. I don't know how to say it. But nevertheless, all this stuff's going to happen. And the reason I think it's really cool is because it's a time capsule. And it can't be open until we're ready for it. And we ain't ready for it yet. So it's going to be a while. We'll probably never see it in our lifetimes. So, whatever. I'm just giving you this now. And because then, as I'm thinking about all this, JC goes, that's for you, Richard. And he's like, that's what's going to happen in the future. As soon as the moon rotates, it's going to open up everything. Everything. And there's going to be no more hidden shit. So whatever's going to happen when that moon starts rotating, boom. And that fucking moon, that moon is not, it was put there stationary in geo-orbit or whatever, where it's not rotating. As soon as that rotation starts, a lot of stuff's going to happen. So there you go. Now, let's go back and analyze the dream. I saw these two guys positioning the moon. Dark clothes, angel wings, but the wings were flapping, so to me they were like angel wings. Now, and to me, my first impression was the Anunnaki guys, the guys that created the humans, genetically between themselves and us. I don't know how you can figure that, or add it all up. I don't know. most likely something like that. They positioned the moon and put it there. So, were they manifest in reality? Why not, right? For everything I've seen in my life, why not? And then the elites, I also got an information bomb that there's a selected few people on the earth, the elites or the scum of the earth, that think they control everything, but they're just parasites, know all this, and they're trying to achieve this. They're trying to make the moon move. And I think that's why they bombed it. I don't know for sure, but remember when Obama bombed the moon for no particular fucking reason at all? Dropped a bomb on the moon. I think he was trying to get it rotating, but it was not even not even close. Or they're trying, it has something to do with it. They're trying to figure out artificiality of the moon, if it's artificial, right? So you bomb the moon and you take readings and it tells you what you need to know. It'll like ring like a bell. That means it's artificial. Stuff like that. Or they're blowing up something to cover it up so no one sees it. Who knows what. Bastards are just criminals, criminally insane. And to figure that out, you gotta go Christ. I mean, anyway, so that's what Christ gave me this morning. It was really awesome. I was totally dumbfounded. And he goes, that's for you, Rich. And I'm going, thanks, man. He goes, do with it what you will. And I'm like, I go, me share it? And he goes, yeah. Keep it inside, don't tell anyone, or share it. I'm like, all right, I'll share it. I don't think nothing's going to come of it. But I wonder how many videos. I just thought, I'm laying in bed, I go, well, if the rotation of the moon is a time capsule, and we can't do that until we're technologically advanced and smart enough to do it, that's pretty huge, right? And I thought, well, I wonder how many people are going to watch my videos and it's going to spread and they're going to claim that they said it. And I go, yeah, that's inevitable. So if you see any other videos out there about the rotation of the moon in a time capsule, as a time capsule, and it can only be open when we're ready to do it, and we've got to be technologically advanced enough to do it, to rotate the moon, you know what that means. Then I think all this was triggered by me filming that object beside the moon that time, because I know that was artificial. That was not a star or a planet or a galaxy, because I checked everything for that time period at the meridian in my video. I checked astronomy stuff, so all this got triggered from that thing. But here's another little play. This is fantasy. Maybe. Check this out. You're President Trump. President Trump. That's something. You're President Trump, and you're Putin, and you're any president, military in the on the earth, and you're all. Remember when you're all, okay. Any president on the earth, okay, and you're sleeping, and you're getting ready to have a big nuke fight, taking over country. It's coming, North Korea. And you're laying in bed one night, and all of a sudden there's a knock on your door, and your fucking NASA war general comes in and goes, Mr. Truff, we have a bit of a problem. Get up. They walk outside. They look up in the sky. And he goes, we have an artificial object that just came into the geosynchronous orbit, or geosynchronous with the moon. We don't know what it is or where it came from. Look. Right? That happened. Not that scenario. But an object did come by the moon. Now, what was going on in politics when that happened? It was the height of the North Korean crap with China, Russia, North Korea, and the United States. And Trump was all like, we're gonna blow this shit up, we're gonna nuke you, nuclear war is coming, everybody's freaking. Right? And guess what happened right at the height of that? I forgot the date. I can put it in the description. I'll put a link to the video. What happened right after that? During that, in the middle of the night, boom. Here's this object beside the moon. It's not a star. It's not a planet. I don't care, I checked. I got tingles. I got confirmation for myself. And I filmed it. The goddamn thing was not a planet or a star. It could have been a geosynchronous satellite that was just so happened to travel just as fast as the moon was crossing the sky from the meridian. I was filming it because it was at the meridian for Windsor, Ontario, to see stuff. And that's why I went outside to look up. I thought it was a star or a planet, and the more I looked at it, I got my tingles, and that was it. I started filming it for 45 minutes. I'll put the video in the description. And then I realized somebody else filmed it in another part of the country. So all of a sudden, there's no more talk about nuclear war or nukes and taking over North Korea and everything's solved and everything's back to normal. And the object just disappears the next day. Nowhere to be seen the next night. Nowhere. Pretty interesting, eh? I'm just thinking. I'm just playing. But I got that. I got that as a download. I don't know if it's true or not that they put that object there to stop the nuclear war, but it sure as hell would, wouldn't it? If all the presidents were getting ready to have World War III, like everybody was freaking about, and all of a sudden, that shows up beside the moon, to the military and to the presidents and the governments of the world, do you know what that's saying? You better think twice before you start pushing fucking buttons. That's what it's saying. Yeah, I'll let you hang there for a while. Alright.